Hey guys, welcome back to a SmartSuite Pro series video. Sorry about before, a little bit of technical difficulties, but we've got it sorted. So in today's session, I'll be going over Stocktake. Okay, how easy it is to do and how to set it up and everything in between. So let's jump to my screen. Now, a few things I want to show you first. First of all is always the help articles. Okay, so our help article system, which is accessible from your main menu. Okay, you want to go down and find support, and then you've got your quick start guide, you've got search help, training videos. Search help will take you straight to our main help article homepage. Okay, and from this search bar you can continue to do your searches to find what you're looking for. Okay, so there's a few different articles on Stocktake. There is an overview which gives you a base understanding of some of the icons that you'll come across in Stocktake. But the main thing you want to be looking at are your separate Stocktake articles, like creating a Stocktake, reporting, scanning items in. So have a brief look through those before you start, or come and watch this video. I'll be going through them anyway, step by step for you guys. Okay, so always keep this in the back of your mind. Our help article page is a very important page for anyone using our systems. Okay. Now if we jump back here, okay, I want to show you our Stocktake. Okay, so where to find it and how to get started. It's good for those who A, have never done a Stocktake before, B, you have done a Stocktake before, even if you've started one, you're stuck on a specific area, or you just want to have a watch, see if you've missed anything, and we'll go through that now. So from your main menu, find Stocktake and Smart Stocktake. Okay, the first thing that will appear is your list of Stocktakes. Okay, so everything that you've ever created, or any Stocktakes that you've ever created, will appear here unless they've been deleted. Then obviously they won't show. Okay, now to begin a new Stocktake, click on the new button up the top. Okay, it'll ask you for some information. First thing is your Stocktake name. I'm going to call this one Primary Library, because that's the example I'm going to go over with you guys today. You can do a full Stocktake of everything in the system if you want, or you can split it into sections so that you can go section by section. I tend to tell people, if you haven't done a Stocktake in a very long time, do a full library Stocktake. So everything and anything that you can find, you want to scan in. The whole point of doing a Stocktake is to find out what's in a library, what's missing. Okay. So I'm going to do a split style Stocktake in this example. If you were to do, a full library, you can just call it Library Stocktake 2022. Okay, you can even chuck in a month there that you started it. Okay, but I'm going to stick with my primary library Stocktake. Okay, your start date, it's always going to be the day that you start the Stocktake. Okay, so once you've entered in those two details, you want to go to your Stocktake filter. And this is where you tell the Stocktake what it is you're looking to count. Okay, so there's a few options to go through. Bare minimum, you need one. Okay, so that would be probably your media to split that out. I would also add a copy status. Okay, so if you wanted everything in each location, you just don't select anything as a location. It'll find everything in each location. Alrighty. So from the top, you have a call number range. Okay, so if you were doing all of your primary library, for example, from AAA to ZZZ, you can chuck that in there and it'll only show those items. Okay, you can also select your media. Okay, so all you have to do is click on the option. We're going to look for book. just scroll down till you find what you're looking for. Book. You'll see it's popped up in the background. Scroll back up and just hit close. Okay, so now I have book here. I will filter out a location. Again, as I said before, if you wanted just everything with the media of book, okay, and you want to know what's available in the library, you don't want to do a stock take on items that are on loan because you won't be able to scan them. So you could technically do a full stock take using just these two options. Okay, so media of book, copy status available. So that'll give you a list of all books in the system, okay, that are marked available. Okay, so I'm going to continue to filter down my list. I think I had primary library in here. Okay, and I'm going to filter down even more and just go for fiction. Okay, so looking at these options, I'm telling the system I want to do a stock take on all items with the media of book, the location of primary library, sublocation of fiction, and the copy status of available. Okay, so once I've selected my options, I'll hit the bottom right, save and assign counter. Okay, this will load up this option. This allows you to enter in someone to just count books for you. Okay, so let's say you get a helper coming into the library. You can say, hey, I've added you as a scanner. I want you to go to your email, click on the link that you find. It'll load up just the scanning page for them, and they can scan books in the library for you without having to, you know, give them permissions to access a stock take and make changes and stuff like that. So that will really just get you someone to assist you in making these scans. Okay, and if you wanted to do that, you just search their name. Okay, there will need to be a patron within the system. Okay, so if they're not already in the system, you will have to add them. And then I will just go to this one, change the X to a tick by clicking on it, and that email has sent out to me. All right. If you don't want to select anyone, it's easy as clicking this close up the top here, and it's out of your way. Okay, so in this stock take, using the filter I've created, this page is your main page that you'll always be shown whenever you go to the stock take. Okay, so again, if I was just to go stock take, smart stock take, coming back to it for after a day or two or whatever, you'll find your stock take. Where's my stock take? Primary library. Okay, it'll load up this page. So this is your stock take home page, we can call it. Okay, it has your options to get everywhere within a stock take. Okay, also has the big important numbers that you'll be looking at day to day during your stock take. Okay, so this is telling me there are a total of 158 items that fit into this filter. Okay, it tells you how many you've manually counted. So you've picked the book up, you've scanned it, how many the system has counted. Okay, and I'll come back to that in a second. And then how many are still missing from your stock take session. Okay, you also have a pie chart there that you can have a look at that updates on the fly as you go. Now, you can continue to edit the filter. So let's say I don't want to have a restriction of location and sublocation. I just want everything. I can remove them, hit save, and you will see as it loads, okay, my total has changed, okay, to everything with the media of book and copy status of available. Okay, so you can do this anytime, even after you've scanned in items. The stats will update for you. Okay, I'll just go ahead and add that back in. Primary library, sublocation of fiction, close, hit save. Okay, and that'll jump back to what it was before. Righty, so that is your filter. Okay, unfortunately you can't update the name, so if you do need to do that, let us know and I can do that for you. So yeah, your end date, okay, you'll notice is grayed out. You can't add any dates there. That will automatically be populated once the Stocktake is closed, and we'll go through that later. Now back onto our system count, I just want to explain how that works. So the system will count items for you into a Stocktake, okay, on a few different reasons. First one would be if you've created a new record, okay, so let's say a book came in and I've catalogued it, and it is this one here, not me said the monkey, okay, you've added it, it has the exact same location, sublocation, and copy status, okay, the system will go, hey, I've seen that, there's an active Stocktake, I'll count it in there for them, okay, and that will change from 0 to 1, your total will change from 158 to 159, for example. Okay, so the system will count things like that. As I said before, when you add new items to the catalog, if you're loaning items in, so an item's on loan, it's come back in, it's been returned, the system will count it for you. Okay, so you don't have to then remember, oh, I've got to put it aside, so I've got to scan it into Stocktake later. The system will do that for you. So there's one less job that you need to do later on in the day once you've returned a whole stack of items throughout the day. Okay, so system count, pretty cool. I'll show you in the reporting side. We'll do a few system counts just so you can see how it labels those items. All right. So up the top here, there are some icons that you'll need to make yourself familiar with. First one is a barcode. Okay, if you hover over them, they'll tell you what they are, what they do. This one says enter barcode. So this is where you'll go when you are ready to scan items into a Stocktake. You have this one here, reports and management. That allows you to report on your Stocktake either during or when you're finished. This one here is a shelf label. This links to our assistant helping you. You can print off a label, paste it on the shelf, stick it on the shelf, sorry. They can come along with whatever they have, a phone or an iPad, scan that QR code, okay, and then the system will load up the scan page for that specific Stocktake for them, okay. So if you know you're not going to be around that day, you can print them off. You know, there's 3 people helping, 3 different QR codes on 3 different areas, and they can go ahead, scan them, and get to work and complete Stocktake for you while you're away. The little people, okay, that's just adding another user to help scan items. And then your main menu option, which will take you back to your list of Stocktakes. Okay, so we'll jump into our scan. Right, very simple page. There are a few little things I'll show you in here. First of all, this bar up top, okay, that's your main area you'll be spending most of your time in the scan page. As long as the cursor's in there, you can start scanning your books, okay, and then they'll show up in that results section in the middle. Okay, and I'll show you a few scans. Okay, there is an audible tone. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's like a beep. Okay, let me just see if I can turn the volume up. Okay, I'll just scan that one again. Okay, that's the audible tone to let you know it's all good. Another thing is when you scan the same barcode in over and over again, okay, it still accepts the scan. It doesn't really make any changes. You would have just seen here on the right that our pie has updated, so that is a live pie chart that updates as you go. You can also change it to a table to show numbers instead of percentages and stuff like that. And if I keep scanning that, it's going to say it's all good, but it's not going to, you know, show up multiple scans for the one book. Okay, we'll go ahead and scan another book. Okay, again, comes up fine, all green. I'll show you one that is an incorrect scan. So let's say someone's put a book back in the shelf where it shouldn't be. You'll come along, scan it, you've got that audible noise. Okay, the title appears in red. You have an error section here, as well as up here it will tell you what the errors are. Okay, so you can clearly see errors are media, location, sublocation, copy status. So the whole thing is incorrect. Okay, it's got a media of TV for Education for one, location of digital library, sublocation of VTV, and it's online. Okay, so that automatically tells you that this book or item either doesn't belong where it's sitting in the library, so you can then click on it. If it is in fact correct and someone's incorrectly catalogued it, you do have the option to update the record here. So location will be primary library, sublocation is fiction, F for fiction, copy status is available, media is book. Okay, update catalog. Yes, I want to continue. Okay, I've been fixed and removed from the error list. Okay, okay, it comes up green, everything's good. I can continue on my Stocktake. Okay, and I've got one more here that I can do. Another error, and you can see here the sublocation and copy status are incorrect. Okay, again, click on the black text area to bring up this pop-up where you can then make your changes. Okay, so I'll just go sublocation of fiction, update. Okay, done, sorted. Okay, so that's how easy it is to make changes to records on the fly when there are errors. If they are in fact an error, you can just put it aside, okay, and then you can put the item where it belongs in the library later. The other great thing is that that counts as the last seen date. So our system, if you had a Stocktake open and active, active not meaning it's up as a tab, it's just hasn't been closed, then the system will count the wrongly counted item from this Stocktake in the correct Stocktake for you. Okay, so that's another bonus you've got of the system count. Okay, so that's your main way of scanning items in. You do have the option to upload a text document using this option here. So let's say you don't have a laptop that you can carry around with a scanner attached to it, but you do have a scanner that loads the scans. Okay, you can definitely export that scan file, upload it here, as long as it's in a .txt format. The system will count those for you. Any errors that appear will appear on the errors section here, and then you can adjust them as you go, or once it's fully complete you can do that as well. The only issue I see with that is you then have to go back and pick up the book from where it was to then remove it or put it where it belongs. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you do it that way, there's no issue. It's just errors will not appear as you're scanning them. Okay, so that is our scanning page. Very simple to do. Again, as long as you have your cursor in here, you're good to go. Start scanning your items. Any errors will appear in red. Okay, again with that audible tone, so you can update those items. Yeah, so again, very simple to do once you're scanning. I'll close that, come back to our main page. The other thing I want to show you is the reporting. Okay, so the little bar graph will take you to your reports page. Once you're in here, you've got a list of everything in this Stocktake. Okay, you have some options up here to edit what appears in your report section. Okay, so you got a copy status filter. You have a filter option which will split the reports into different areas, like your to be counted, which is your missing items, everything that's counted, manual counted list, a system counted list, wrong counted list, as well as a finance report. Okay, so if I was to go to be counted, all right, looking at my pie chart here, there are missing 156 items. Once I've selected my filter, on the right here is a little 2 arrows facing around. This will reload your list. Okay, and then I have a report of 156 items, which matches my missing items list. Okay, one extra little feature you have in the reports module is, let's say your Stocktake consists of items within the library like TVs, projectors, smart whiteboards, stuff like that, that you, a TV is on the wall, you can't get up to scan it, projectors in the roof, can't get up to scan it, a whiteboard might be, you know, just outside, you don't want to walk over to scan it, no worries, you've got your treat as counted option here. Okay, so let's say this item and this item are both TVs in the library. I can see them there, I know that their barcodes match, I want to just count those. So select them from your report, let's say it's these 4. Okay, I can then go up here, there's a treat as counted button, click that. Okay, it's going to just come up with a pop-up, are you sure you want to do this? All it does is it counts them for me without me having to manually scan them. Confirm update. Okay, 4 barcodes are updated, and now I don't have to worry about scanning them later on because the system's done it for me. Alright, if I wanted to filter out the manually counted items, okay, these are the manually counted items that I've manually counted myself, including the treat as counted items here. Okay, I also have a wrong counted list. Okay, everything that was wrong counted I fixed myself, so there's nothing there to show. I also have a finance report. Okay, finance reports are great for running at the very end of a Stocktake, so you can hand that to your business manager and say, look, this is how many items have gone missing and the cost value to those missing items. So you can see here, everything in the Stocktake has a total price, that's your cost field, total replacement, which is obviously your replacement field, as well as what's missing, cost replacement, and what you've counted, cost and replacement. Okay, and then you've got by copy status if you wanted to filter out those as well, total prices. Okay, so that's your finance report. Again, reports are very simple. If you're wanting anything outside of what you have access to here, which no one really does, it pretty much has all the information that you will need for audits and stuff like that. Just let us know and we'll look at what we can do for you. And the other options in here that you want to be taking note of is on the right here, you have a change now option. Okay, so let's say you finish your Stocktake. I filter out my to be counted items, okay, and all counted, sorry, to be counted. Okay, there's 152 missing items from the library. Looked everywhere. I've scanned everything I had. They're just nowhere to be seen. This change now will allow you to update those items' copy statuses from available to lost. Okay, all you have to do is, if it says keep current, it's not going to change. Okay, you have the option to change the media, copy status, location, sublocation, and site. Okay, again, as I said, if it says keep current, nothing's going to happen when you hit change now. Okay, if I go, they're lost, I want to add a new Stocktake lost, what's it called? Copy status, sorry. I can, there are ones that are already pre-existing, but if you want to add a new one, just click in this top box, lost Stocktake 2022. I can even put in there May. Okay, so I know when they were marked as lost. Hit the plus symbol, it just says do you want to add it? Yes, I want to add it. And ignore what it says here, it's just showing the database ID for that. Okay, but it'll normally be the actual copy status that you've selected. Okay, so I'll just go back in here. Might need to refresh for that to show. Give me a second, refresh. Again, I'll make sure my filter is on. To be counted, refresh, copy status, lost 22 May. Okay. Now all I have to do is click change now up the top here. Okay, I need to really make sure that everyone understands once you change this, everything in this report here, so the 152 items, will be changed. They'll have a new copy status of Lost Stocktake 2022 May. Okay, so just keep an eye on that. If for whatever reason it says, 96,000 records, just double check that you've got your right filter selected, because you don't want to be updating every item in your catalog to a new copy status. Okay, it's something we can fix easily, but just make sure you double check it. Okay, so I'm happy. I want to change this 152 items because I can't find them anywhere to a new copy status of lost. So I'll select barcodes by filter. You do have the option of all selected barcodes. All that means is I've gone through and selected the ones I want to change. Okay, I've selected 2, now 2 appears there. Or I can just go all barcodes by filter, that's 152 items. Type in my confirmation and confirm the change. Okay, they will be removed from my Stocktake, okay, because they do not exist as available items, and my Stocktake is clearly filtering out available items. So you can see here now my pie chart is all green, my statistics table is all correct. I have a total of 8 items, manual count 8, everything's done. Okay, and all I have to do now is hit close Stocktake. In Stocktake, the day you ended it. This here is just saying, hey, any uncounted items I need to change. We've done everything, but I'll just chuck in my new Stocktake. Yes, confirm close. Okay, that Stocktake's now closed. And what does it mean by being closed? It simply means that I cannot scan any more items into that Stocktake. So if I was to close this and go back to my main Stocktake list, if I go back to my primary Stocktake, you'll notice that all the buttons have removed themselves from up here, meaning I can't touch them, I can't make any changes, I can't change my filter, I can't do anything really. So all I can do is report. Okay, so I can continue to report on any closed Stocktake. Excuse me. As long as it hasn't been deleted from the list. Okay, so I can still come in, I can report on the Stocktake and double check that all the stats are correct, and then go on from there. Okay, so I'll go back to my main Stocktake page. Okay, now what I would want to show you is once you've closed the Stocktake, you can remove it from this list if you want. They don't need to stay there once you finish your Stocktake, unless you're a person who needs to report on them later on in time, so that you can show whoever needs to see it, specific information on a Stocktake. Okay, I'll show you a few other things with open Stocktakes. In our report section, you do have options to export the reports that appear here. You've got a print option, which will give you a PDF, CSV, and Excel. Okay, CSV will be pretty much the same format as your Excel. Downloadable options that you can then load up in Excel later and make adjustments to if need be. You've got a quick page check here, so we show I think 50 items on a page. Okay, you can skip to whatever page you want, type in a number, push enter, it will then load the barcodes for that page. Okay, so that's our Stocktake module. As I said at the start, it is very simple to use once you know what you're doing. All I really want to double explain to everyone is the filter. Now the filter is your main thing that can go wrong when creating a Stocktake. Okay, if you don't enter in your filter information correctly, you will get incorrect items appearing. So let's, as an example, I have a flashcard, okay, and I want to check cancel, middle art, copy status, check desk, okay. Close, Samsung counter. Let's change the name. Okay, you can clearly see that that's incorrect. Okay, those items don't match at all. So I need to double check my filter, okay, to make sure that I've done it correctly. Okay, so anytime you see zeros appear, all it means is that the Stocktake filter is 100% incorrect, or you selected one of them incorrectly. Okay, so you will need to double check that to make sure that it's showing the correct filter to show the correct information for your Stocktake. Alrighty. So that's all I really have to go over in this session. If you have any questions and you want to contact us, always mailbox is the place to be. Okay, so this will create a ticket for us that we can contact you in and have a chat about whatever it is that you're having an issue with. Super simple to use. You chuck in a subject. Okay, if you spell it right. Okay, and then you can add CC members. So if you want to CC another person in the library who also has questions about Stocktake, you can chuck their name in there, and when we reply, they'll also get a notification so that they can check the ticket as well. I need okay, all you need to do is that, hit the little paper aeroplane, and that ticket's been created for us to have a look at. Okay. And the other thing, always support search help. Okay. Everything that we're going to walk you through or send you comes from this page. Okay. Stocktake. Okay, going through here, scanning items into a Stocktake. Okay, it's got all the information, where to go, what to do. Also has a video that you can watch and follow along if you prefer watching videos, so that you can, do the scanning at the same time as watching the video. Alright, so this page will always be one of your best friends. Okay, it helps you just to get your head around the system. And if you can't find what you're looking for on in there, definitely just ask us. We'll help you, point you in the right direction, tell you what it is that you need to do, as well as, create an article so that the next person who has the same question can find it in here if need be. So that is our Stocktake module. I always appreciate you guys coming and visiting us while we're doing our little sessions. I just love helping you guys out. One little thing I want to let everyone know is that we have a few user group sessions coming up next month. I believe there's a Stocktake, a Smart Library one, SmartSuite Library one coming up on the 9th of June. I think it's at 11 AM Brisbane time. So definitely, if you haven't already registered for that, we've got a few librarians going through what they do in the system, how they use specific features. So you won't be listening to me talk too much unless you have questions, then I'm there to answer them. But you'll be listening to fellow librarians going through the system and showing what they do and how they do it. Alright. There's also a TV for Education only one coming up later on in June as well. But I'll put the links in the description so you can have a look there. Always subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you should be. Anytime you subscribe, You get notifications from us when we do live sessions. We do live sessions multiple times a week, trying to get as much information out to you guys, so that, you know, our key is to answer the question before you ask the question. All right. So as always, my name is Donald. I really appreciate you guys joining in. If you have any questions, shoot us a mailbox ticket and we'll chat then. Thanks, guys.